This is HQ, delivered by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2022. I'm Jeremy St. Louis. Happy to have you along. The two college football finalists are now set, but we still have some bowl games to get through before the Natty. Half of the New Year's Six bowls are complete. The other half set to come today. And we want to start by talking about the Sugar Bowl between 7th-ranked Baylor and 8th-ranked Ole Miss. Rebels quarterback Matt Corral opting to suit up one last time for Lane Kiffin before he heads to the NFL draft. The Rebels sport a 6-3 record in the Sugar Bowl, including a 48-20 victory over Oklahoma State after the 2015 season. Baylor, who went 10-2 this past season, making its second Sugar Bowl appearance in 3 years after losing 26-14 to Georgia 2 seasons ago. And for more on this game and other bowl games coming up Saturday, let's now welcome in two guys who you know through the Cover 3 podcast. We know them as two of the best in the business, Chip Patterson and Tom Fornelli. Happy New Year, gentlemen. These two teams very close on paper, and the odds reflect that for this game. This game is essentially a pick-em. The over-under at 58 points. Given how close it is, what are you looking at when picking a winner here, Chip?
I'm looking at an Ole Miss offense that I do expect to be productive. And I'm looking at an Ole Miss team that might struggle to be able to have the kind of success that it had in some of its more lopsided victories. And this point spread, as you mentioned, is entirely respectful of Baylor's defense, of Dave Aranda, the head coach, and what he can do as a defensive mind in order to limit some of the explosive plays. But still, the way that this Ole Miss offense, they've sustained so many injuries at the offensive line. Matt Corral's been banged up. Running back's been banged up. Wide receivers have been out. And so they actually have found ways to hit those explosive plays and to find that success even when they're not 100%. And the fact that they've got so many different ways to get it done, they've won lower scoring, they've won higher scoring. That's why I'm ultimately going to be trusting Ole Miss here. Baylor, we were looking at the availability of quarterback Gary Bohannon. It looks like he is going to play, but that's not enough to make me jump on the Bears here. I like Ole Miss. I will lay the short number with Matt Corral and Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, first of all, the Sugar Bowl is one of the bowl games that I have high hopes for today. I think this has a chance to be a very good game because as we've seen in a lot of bowl games and in some of the New Year's Six games, like the Peach Bowl, where Pitt was without Kenny Pickett and Michigan State was without Kenneth Walker. These are two teams who both, quote, want to be there. But winning a Sugar Bowl would be huge for both programs. It'd be huge for Baylor. It would be huge for Lane Kiffin in that Ole Miss program as they try to recruit in the SEC against the other teams in the SEC West. And with Matt Corral playing in the game, these are two teams that are as close to full strength outside of the playoff bowls as we've seen in a major bowl. So I think this is a tightly contested game. I think it's going to be a fun game. But I am going to go with Ole Miss like you, Chip. I do think Matt Corral playing in this one is what is going to make the difference because when you look at the Baylor Bears, they won the Big 12. They are a very good team. They are solid in all facets of the game. The thing is, though, they're not spectacular at anything. Meanwhile, Ole Miss is solid in all facets of the game, but it has an NFL quarterback in Matt Corral. We don't know who's going to be the first quarterback taken in the spring in the NFL draft, but there's a very real chance it could be Corral, and I think that is going to be the difference maker in this game for the Rebels and why I think they're going to win and cover. And also, I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe Lane Kiffin gets a contract bonus if they win a bowl game, not just to get to the bowl game. So there's a little added incentive there for Lane and the Rebels, too.
Just a little bit of an added incentive. Matt Corral said before the Egg Bowl that he planned to declare for the NFL draft, but is going to suit up one last time as Ole Miss seeking its first 11-win season in program history. Baylor seeking its first 12-win season in program history. And as you see there, under the total in 4 straight games is Baylor, under the total in 7 straight for Ole Miss.